Welcome to the Fairy Tale God Divine Intervention Show. I'm your host, Shirley Ington, and storyteller for the Most High God. I am so happy that you have tuned into this EP. We want to get started just by helping everyone to remember that this is an assignment for me. What I am doing during this Holy Week, leading up to the resurrection of Jesus Christ, in which we celebrate this coming Sunday, I am doing what God has called me to do for such a time as this. I have no idea of why God has called me to do it, but I am obedient, and I want to make sure that when God calls me, I won't be giving him excuses as to why I didn't do what I was sent here to do. So, March 15th, 2020, had a divine visitation from the Most High God. In the middle of my praise, I had just finished another assignment. I was so excited. Oh, God does inhabit the praises of his people. But right in my tracks, when God's presence was in the room with me, all I could do was freeze with reverence. And God said several things to me, shared several things, but what God has instructed me to focus these EPs on is the fact that he said to me, your life has been similar or somewhat like a fairy tale. And I never really looked at my life that way. However, I can look and see that, yes, he's brought me a mighty long ways, done miraculous things, but I didn't see it until he brought it to my attention. But then God said, my people, we're talking about those who say they are children of the Most High God, those who go to church every Sunday, those who go and buy expensive clothes so when they walk in, everybody will know they're there. Those who say they believe in the Most High God, those who will be celebrating Resurrection Day on Sunday, actually think that I'm a fairy tale. That's what God said. It broke my heart. Because I know God's not a fairy tale. And I really didn't think anybody else thought that way, but I knew there was some atheists. And it's okay to be an atheist, because you're saying you don't believe. But to be someone who says that you are a Christian, a follower of the Most High God, but you use that as a tactic to sway others to think like you, but none of your behaviors show that you show respect for God, reverence God, follow the commandments of God. So God said, through your life, I will show them what a fairy tale God can do. That's why we're here. All of these divine testimonies. In other words, they have divine receipts. Everything is true. So we were talking earlier about how the Lord makes room for our gifts. And I want to just briefly read, it's a very short scripture. Proverbs, the 18th chapter and the 16th verse says, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. A woman's gift makes room for her and brings her before great men, great women, great people. That's what God does. Our gifts. Our gifts come in different ways. I was sharing with you how the gift of friendliness had blessed me to be able to go on a European tour. I mean, that was awesome. But also, God blesses us to be a blessing to others. And have I been blessed? And I have truly been brought before people I never, ever thought I would meet. And I am so grateful. So let me tell you about the blessings and the friendliness and the sisterhood and how it all worked out. I'm a 45-year member of an organization in which I joined when I was in college. And God has smiled tremendously on this organization because this organization um, is one that reaches out and helps people, and this is something that it was founded on Christian principles. Christian principles say that we are our brothers and our sisters' keepers. It means we do what we need to do in order to help others. And that's what every organization that is working to build the world should be focused on, helping others. But anyways, I was visiting with my daughter, and I will share that's going to be the third testimony of the friends. Okay, my daughter, the one that lives in another country. So anyway, she's also a member of this organization, and they were having their first in-person meeting in February, I believe, of 2023. And I was a guest, so I got a chance to go. It was held in Bahrain, and I'd never gone to that country before, but it was really something else. And while we were there, I got a chance to see the oldest tree, I believe, in um, in that area, maybe the world, the tree of life. Oh, it was awesome. Oh, and how my heart was so touched to be able to just witness it with my own eyes. God is such a great God. This same organization, 2024, because of my association, felt the need to extend an invitation to me because my daughter is also a member of this particular chapter, and it is the Arabian Gulf alumni chapter, and invited me to be one of the guests at the U.S. Consul General's residence. And I even had the opportunity to meet the U.S. Consul General at that time, who was Megan Greganas. Never thought that would happen. But when you are friendly and people can feel your spirit, they will open doors. They will invite you. And you never know what God has waiting on you. And that was in Dubai. She was the consul general in Dubai, not Bahrain. This was a different year. Uh, and so in 2025, I think that was 2024 when I met the U.S. Consul General in Dubai. In 2025, back in February, I was blessed to travel to Saudi Arabia by the invitation of this same organization. It was celebrating Founders Day, and it was a wonderful event because we had a chance. I had the opportunity to participate in a leading ladies win luncheon. Now, I say participate by being there. I wasn't one of the presenters, but it was just awesome and very, very enlightening. And so those are things that, you know, we don't think about ever experiencing. But God, He's looking out for us when we're not looking out for ourselves. And if we are friendly, then we're going to always be blessed because we're blessed to be a blessing. And we always want people to see the love of God that lives in us because we represent the Most High. How can I love God, whom I've never seen, and detest my brother or my sister?